Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Belts of Iron. All right, last episode we got our lube train home. Yeah, and we just got to finish off the production up here now, so that's pretty cool. So that's what we're going to be doing today is making our gears there. What kind of gears were they? Those were the greased ones or lubricated gears, whatever the hell they are. I don't even think I have them in here. Yeah, lubricated gears. There we go. Awesome. They've also brought the plastic and the our pick up solid fuel there. Pick up solid fuel. So I brought the solid fuel and I also brought the plastic home as well. So what I've done is I've just like joined it up here, but I cut off the other end. So that way this is no longer furnishing, it's just 100% over there for now. What I'm probably gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna have to put this onto there because it's just not enough, right? I think that's what's gonna have to happen. There we go. We'll just start splitting coal off there again because that's just not going to be enough to furnish our power needs. This line actually was really full all the way backed up all the way over there, and as you can see we've pretty much gone through almost all of it, which is pretty insane. So we're really power hogging it right now anyways, that's for damn sure. That's pretty crazy. So hopefully we can keep the solid fuel coming in fast enough to furnish our needs, but I don't know. I guess that's all going to be depending on how much of these lubricated gears we're going to be using and stuff, right? So, all right, so now we can connect the gears. So the gears are all going to go in there. That's going to be awesome. Now we just got to connect these. How do I want to connect those? I think what I should have done is I should have raised it up by one, which I can still do. So what we can do is we can do something like this, right? Make sure it's all nice and in line. There we go, and then we'll have something like that. And then we just gotta go back down here and reconnect the pipe. Beautiful. There. Now we just gotta get these guys power and get them back on the production line. We should be good to go. All right, that's power taken care of. Make sure that all of these are set up to the proper recipe. Perfect. Now we just got to put the mode onto a belt and we'll be good to go. There we go. So now we have a little setup where things are going to be going back on the production line. Then we're just going to extend this side over here. There we go. And now we have all that on our production line. Good stuff. Glad to see it. That's going to help with the production over there a little bit. And we should get more solid fuel coming in, helping with that. So yeah, this is going to be going pretty good. So let's see what's next on our agenda. So really what I think we're going to get into is maybe ore washing. What ore washing is going to do for us is it's going to obviously not do much other than give us crushed stone. But that crushed stone, we're going to have to do this with water too. Oh, gross. Okay. So we wash it. It's going to get crushed stone in that. The crushed stone we can turn into silica using acid. How, pray tell, do we make acid? Probably in the chemical plant, I would assume. So do we even bother ore washing? Because there's no real benefit to it, right? Like, one pure iron still gives you one ingot. So if I were getting, say, double the amount of iron for washing, it wouldn't be so bad. But I don't think we need to make a crushed thing. We already have crushed. So I think we could actually skip the whole ore washing thing and just go to silica creating because, man, we have it all over here. So we have all the crushed stone that we need being created right here, and it's like not even really doing anything. So technically, I think we can splice off of this line here and do something with that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Um, we have a look at these chemical plants. Let's just have a gander right quick. Acid is copper, ore, and water. You need copper to make acid, or am I just reading that wrong? No, that's exactly what that is. You need copper to make acid. That's a first. Um, okay. And we're gonna start off with like a little platform like this. We'll put some water things down here. I want to try something out. There are blueprints in this game apparently, and I want to try to take advantage of that. So maybe we can try to blueprint something like this. How does this work? Create a blueprint. Seems like it doesn't gather the water ones though, which is unfortunate because that's what I would really want would be the water. I could try and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's not even reading the pumps whatsoever down here, so yeah, no good. Caca. Well, that sucks. All right, never mind. I'll have to go put it in myself. I guess we'll try like 4 of these. Why not? And these will be our acid makers. This water's got to go in the last one. Oh, that should be just fine. Probably have to delete this though. Put it out a little bit more. Oh, so let's hook power up to this area. That will be done. So now we got the water. We got what the hell? The belts all in place, and we got everything here and ready to go. Now we're just gonna have to make like an acid tank or whatever and send the production that way. And then we just got to bring in the copper from here, right? Crazy stuff. Take off of there like that. We shall bring it down here. So that is copper over here. That means that's going to make acid. I got to go get some more cement so that way we can make another slab here. And then we can get into bringing the crushed stone down this way. And then maybe we'll just do it right in front. And then we'll have the crushed stone coming down here. And then silica leaving, I guess, right? Would be the ideal situation. Right, that's what we'll do. All right, so we don't have any bricks coming in because we're not really using any steel. That's not good. Back to making bricks the old-fashioned way. We'll start bringing over the crushed stone while waiting. Okay, so since the train is full, I'm just missing a piece of pipe here. Or it's empty, I mean. We'll send it along its way. And we'll put it on automatic. Bam. So hopefully they should go to where it's supposed to. So it looks like we're traveling fast enough in automatic. Not like it's going really slow. Not 100% sure what speed we're traveling at, but she's going, man. He's really going. All right, we're slowing down. And unfortunately, both the tanks aren't full here, which means we're probably backed up on something. Probably like I would assume we're backed up on plastic. Yeah, it's what I figured is going to be our problem here. All right, so let's go here. We'll go and we'll research this just so that we can start using up some plastic, and then we'll research that. Then after that, we're going to be screwed for research, really, because we'll have everything researched. I'll have to put containers or something out here to back that up. So we'll just remove the fact that they have to be full in order for it to do whatever. It can come and grab whatever it can come and grab, and we'll bring it back. And that way it looks like it's always doing something. So with no conditions on whatsoever, what's it going to do? Is it just going to empty this out and then leave? Or it didn't even wait. Okay, so what I'll do is this one will go, well, at least wait till you're empty. And then wait till you're full. All right, those will be your conditions. We'll see if that works. And now we'll do the next one. Energy storage was just a battery. So steel, logic circuits, and acid. Nice. I could see us maybe eventually making a bigger acid plant, but for now, this is what we got. We are going to take one container. Where does the acid come out of? Right, so now we will hook up the acid to here. It'll fill up these two tanks. I put a joint in the middle, so that way we can siphon from these tanks later on. We're going to probably need to, because we have some recipes later on. We're going to have to bring some acid over there. So I'm assuming we're going to have to make some kind of little train system that's going to come and pick up some acid and drop it over there somehow or another. And then this way we left some room so that way we can continue on this way a little ways if we need to make more acid, is kind of like what I'm getting at, right? So that's that. Now we need to make silica. And once we can make the silica, I think that will be good, because then we can start making like lots of power, right? But crazy enough, these things are also placed or made inside these chemical plants. Kind of good. All right, what's this recipe require? So silica. Need 100 crushed and 600 acid. How much do these produce? They produce 600. So one's going to furnish each one of these. Interesting. All right. Well, that's what we're going to do for now. And this one is just going to be like I guess a backup. We're obviously going to be making more, I think. All right. So now we just got to bring in the silica, or the crushed stone. Sorry. There we go. And that's all going to come in here. And then we should be making silica after I power this up. I think we're facing a serious power issue right now. This is not good. Just right before we're getting like infinite power, we're having power issues. Not good, not good. All right, well, we're gonna have to do something about that. All right, we'll splice off of our coal here for now. And then once we get enough silica going and we can start making a solar farm, then we'll undo that. But for now, let's hopefully this gives us some power. Yeah, she's slowly starting to come back alive here. Had to disconnect the rest of the plant and hook up this little tiny generator in order to kind of breathe life back into our system. Kind of hilarious. Well, we look like we're doing pretty good here, so I'll go and I'll plug that back in. Hopefully it doesn't all stop on me. Alright, let's hopefully we can get this silica stuff out here. Oh, right on. Good stuff she's making. Awesome. That's what we like to see. And then we can start making down a field where we can start putting down power, which would be nice. So circuit solar panels are logic circuits, glass, steel, and insulated wire, which is pretty easy to do. We just got to make glass. Where do we have glass here? It's probably going to be made in a blast furnace or something, so I'm probably going to have to put down a blast furnace. So you are going to make glass. Very nice. And then we'll take you and we'll put you into there. We'll connect power to here. In the meantime, while I go get a container, you're going to make some glass for us. There we go. And we're back over here. Um, Bam, I'll grab the 50 out of that. And how many can we make with this? We can make 25. Awesome. That's cool. All right, so I figured the best place for us to maybe put solar panel would be up on a roof. So this is what we're gonna do. There we go. So now we're adding the solar panels to our system here. It's pretty awesome. So that should help us quite a bit. How much are we producing with the solar panels? 600 and okay, so they're not a lot. They're not a lot compared to the steam turbines there. Craziness. Okay, so we'll have to have a hell of a field in order to furnish the plant, right? That's crazy. Crazy stuff. All right, well, that's what I'm going to call today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. We did pretty good. I'm going to say so myself. We got our lubrication gears all going. We managed to make solar panels and acid, and wow, good stuff, man. Now we just got to try to keep this stuff flowing so that way we keep power going and the whole 9 yards. But yeah, man, not too bad, not too bad. Hope you enjoyed, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.